Hey guys, what's up? So I want to talk to you guys about the truck. So if you guys watched my last video, you guys know that I just came back from a road trip with my brother to Seattle and Vancouver, Canada from Utah. And I kind of wanted to talk about the experience that I had with the truck. On this road trip. So let me give you guys a quick insight. I did an oil change before I left. So on this road trip, I started off at about 40,000 miles, 44,000 miles, and I came back with the truck at about 45,800 miles, I believe. So we drove quite a lot, not only to Seattle, but we went up to Vancouver, Canada as well. And from there, we drove a lot, and we drove back down. And in Seattle, we drove a lot as well inside the city. The truck overall performed great. If you guys are not familiar with the EcoDiesel, or if you guys are, for those of you watching, the EcoDiesel is a great truck. It's a 3-liter diesel engine in the 1500 series. I don't know any other full-size truck that has a diesel motor. I think you got to go 3/4 ton to a 1-ton truck in order to get a diesel, like a Duramax or a Cummins or a Power Stroke, whichever one's your choice. My truck, it's a Ram 1500 EcoDiesel Laramie Limited. If you guys aren't familiar with the Laramie Limited models, I highly recommend you guys go test drive one. They come with the air suspension factory built into the car. So the air suspension, people might not think it's super important, but the air suspension actually makes the ride super smooth. You have no idea what it's like to ride. It's not like aftermarket air suspension where you kind of have to fiddle with it, but this one, the air suspension on the truck rides really well. I did not feel much. I mean, I daily drive this truck. You don't really feel potholes that much. I mean, you got big rubber on there unless you change the rubber out to some KO2s, or if you go to aftermarket rims that are bigger than what it's at. I'm running 20-inch factory forged rims on the truck. I believe they're 20 by 9s all around square setup, and you know, I'm still running the factory tires when I bought it from the dealership, brand new. I think it's the SR8 Wranglers. Most people have problems with it at 25,000 miles, but for me, I'm at 45,000, close to 46,000 miles. I've had no issues with them at all. What did I like about the trip? I think I averaged about 26 miles per gallon the whole way through, 24, 26, which is about normal when I'm driving here within Utah. Mainly because I was driving pretty fast. I was going about, I would say, average speed 65 miles per hour. Top speed was like 85, 90, you know, in some areas, and you know, 100 probably shouldn't be going that fast, which is why I got a ticket in Oregon, in Baker City. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But the truck overall did really well. I wasn't towing anything. I was just carrying, you know, just suitcases, clothes, you know, a case of water, me and my brother, and I loaded up the DEF fluid all up to the top, so it was at 100%. Everything else was good to go. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Overall, I love it. The whole reason for this video is to give you guys an understanding that these trucks right there, that truck right there, is actually quite capable for a road trip truck. If you guys are looking for a truck that you would like to drive through states, or as a road tripping truck with good gas mileage, I highly recommend the EcoDiesel on the Ram 1500s. Now, if you got more money and a bigger gas tank, you can put a bigger gas tank into it, such as like a 2500 or 3500 or F250 or 350 or whatever brand truck you guys like out there. But for those of you guys like the Ram, I mean, it tows about 8,000, 9,000 pounds in its current package. I've towed with an enclosed trailer with a car. I don't have it here, but I towed it with a car, with one of the cars that I have. Tows just fine. You just got to be careful on the grades when you're going uphill. But other than that, the car was awesome. So now that I am back, I wish this thing could be upgraded. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the new update that Ram and Dodge released for the UConnect series. The new UConnect looks exactly the same, is now adaptable, or no, now has CarPlay in it, in the Android version of CarPlay, which bugs the crap out of me because I've always thought, you know what, can't have it. And they said you cannot upgrade the older model Rams or any car with the UConnect from 2015. etc., etc., to have the CarPlay, so that's stupid. Features that I used on the road trip. I definitely use all these functions a lot. I don't really use these two that much. Cruise control, most def. The gearing, maybe a few times, mostly during towing when I really need to be careful on the grades. I normally set it to the speed when I'm driving, and I can switch it between the miles per hour and kilometers, depending on where I'm at, which I only used one time when I was in Canada. I have my little sticky mount here for the phone. My brother wanted to watch movies while we're on our road up there to Canada and Vancouver, Seattle. I definitely use that charger port with the cord, and I also have this plug right here plugged into the center what do you call this, center console thingy. How did the ride feel? I sat passenger and driver. I drove 6 hours one way and I sat 6 hours in the other. Obviously, if you have a pillow right here, a full-size pillow, and you recline it, it is very, very comfortable in these seats. If it was cloth, probably even more comfortable, but the leather was still, nonetheless, it wasn't bad at all. Put my foot up on the dash. If you have the window down, you put your feet out the window, it actually feels really good. Driving-wise, though, I had a really easy time driving. Like I said, the air suspension made things very, very easy. The navigation, I had it on the truck. It's nice because just like any other nav, it turns on and off. It turns on, it stays on. Even if you turn off the car, when you turn the car back on, it resumes where you go. The seats are comfortable. I had no issues driving. The truck feels very weighted, like heavy enough where when the strong winds were coming down the freeway, it wouldn't really shake the truck at all. You could still cruise straight on ahead. There were only a couple times when the gusts got really, really strong that you could actually feel it, but it wasn't that big of a deal because the truck, it stays planted really, really well. I did run the tires up until 45,767 miles, which is pretty impressive. Like, I think I talked about it earlier that most guys who bought this truck, they don't like the Wrangler SRA tires that come on in factory. You think they suck, they bubble up, or they damage, and they always replace them at 20,000, or some people even change at 15,000. I don't know exactly what they're doing with their trucks, but for me, I had no issues driving on it up until now at 45,000. I rotate them every oil change, and I make sure I watch the treads. I am getting a little bit of camber wear on the back left, it seems like. Gotta double check though, maybe that was from the towing. But other than that, I think I have like about a couple thousand miles left on the tires before I have to buy new ones. And I'm probably just gonna buy the same ones again because they're super cheap, about $90 a tire, I think is what they go for. No complaints there at all. Overall though, for a two-person car to travel, it is actually very comfortable. Like, I did put people in the back seat. I had 3 people in the back seat and 2 people in the front once, driving to California from here. And it is kind of uncomfortable. Now, I never had a mega cab, so I don't know what it's like. I assume because the mega cab has that extra foot in the back of the cab that you could recline the back seats, and if that is the case, then I would highly recommend getting a 2500 mega cab. But at that point, you start trading things off, right? You get a bigger cabin space for the rear passengers, just for a little bit more comfort. You get a bigger gas tank, I think that's what you get. You also got to pay more money, you get a bigger motor, it consumes more gas, and I believe they get about 14 miles per gallon. Now this truck, like I said, is 24, 27 is average is what I've been getting, but I'm sure, when I was cruising on the freeway at 75, I'm getting about 33 on the freeway, so it was amazing. Like, I literally, if I really wanted to be stingy about my gas fill-ups, I could have filled up only twice, from here to Boise, from Boise to Seattle. Just 2 times, fill up in Salt Lake and fill up in Boise, and I would have made it to Seattle. No issues at all. Gas prices though, or diesel gas prices in Seattle and Vancouver are hella expensive. Like, Utah, I think Costco is like $2.35 a gallon. I don't know how much it is for you guys. If you guys want to post a comment below saying where you're from and what the gas prices are, the cheapest you can get them, let me know. Maybe I can drive over there for the next stop. But Seattle was like $3.05 up to $3.20, and then like Vancouver was like $1.20 per liter, and that's Canadian dollars, so I'm not sure exactly what it comes out to, but nevertheless a lot of money. I mean, not too bad from before. Oh, and this is a new Vanilla Collection t-shirts that came in. If you guys like them, give me a like and subscribe below. Maybe we can make more t-shirts, and I'm working on the website so you guys can purchase these t-shirts. But if you guys like it, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more about the truck, let me know what kind of reviews you guys want to know. I drive my truck every single day, so I could tell you guys tons of things about the truck. I just want to know what you guys want to see. Maybe I'll just post some random stuff about it, so any of you guys that are out there watching this who love Ram trucks will be like, oh cool, I didn't know that. Oh cool, I like that. But other than that, see you guys later.